Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist and welcome. This is Roke. Say hi, Roke. No? She doesn't want to today. Okay, I won't make you. For some reason, I feel like the camera is higher and I have to lift her up higher and she doesn't like it. Yeah. That's better. Yeah. You feel better? It's not a show about dogs. Although I love my dogs. This is the channel where I talk about my cross stitch and my crochet, which naturally I forgot to get out because I forget everything. Last week, there was a whole bunch of stuff I meant to show you and I forgot it. I have a new start that I have, that I did in May and I've forgotten to show you. Yeah. I'm going to start with my crochet as usual. Now, I didn't like the way the edges of this outer tank looked. So I added an edging and I like it much better. So that's the only thing I did. Everything else is exactly the same. Just around the armholes and the neck, I added an edging. And I think it looks more finished. It's not in the pattern, but it's in the picture. Yeah. And don't get me started on that. I'll tell you in a second. And I'm almost done with this. I have, ooh, do I have something on here? Yeah. I'm almost done with this inner tank in that I started on the, it's hard to show it because it's not, this is the back. Therein lies my story. And this is the rest of it, and I have to do the front. And I started on the front already. So I'm reading the instructions and I'm going along, and it doesn't have the instructions for the second half of this. Here's the first half. It didn't have the instructions for the second half. So I contacted the seller. I bought this off of Etsy. Now, she said, oh, well, if you send me the, I don't have that anymore. I took it down off of the Etsy shop and I don't have the pattern anymore. Here I was thinking it was her pattern. And you would never, even if you took it off the Etsy shop, you would never, sorry, my hair was in my eyes. You would never get rid of your own pattern. Just wouldn't do it. Not after putting all the work of making it and writing out the pattern and all of that. And I'm like, oh man, she stole that pattern from somebody. That's what I'm thinking. There's a lot of, I'm sorry, I'm probably making noise. I had my arm right by the mic. There's a lot of people that are giving their crochet or other, patterns away free, but the pattern is on a website. I went to get a pattern for a duck I crocheted the same way. And I went to the website and I'm having to scroll through ads to see the instructions. I finally just bought the pattern. And that's the idea. It's free if you watch the ads, which they get revenue from. But you can copy and paste from the websites. And I think that's what she did, and she accidentally skipped the other side of the tank, or it was wrong on the thing, but she wasn't the one that did the original pattern. I don't know. But now I'm annoyed because I feel like I was like, oh, I don't mind supporting this shop that's only been open 2 months. Now I'm going, well, is everything else on there pirated? So, yeah. She wanted me to send her the pattern, and she would try to figure it out. I said, never mind. I didn't tell her. I said to myself, never mind. I'll figure it out. And I did, and it looks the same. It looks right. And the rest of the pattern looks like it's correct. But that explains a lot of things. That explains why there was no cover sheet with the designer's name on it. That's why there was no photos of in progress, instructions. And here I was thinking, oh, she's just new designer, and she doesn't know that you should do these things, because I asked her for a cover sheet and she just sent me the picture again. By the way, I didn't show you those pictures. Here's the picture. So I looked on Ravelry and I looked on a website to try to find that pattern so that I could give credit where credit was due, and I couldn't find it. So I'm sure it's out there somewhere, because if it was her pattern, she would know. And she would have the pattern. This is my supposition. I don't know for a fact. But now I'm not going to say where I got it from. All right. And you have to be, the people pirate cross-stitch patterns. They pirate all kinds of things. I remember Stitchy Princess. She was really upset one day because somebody had pirated one of her, or more than one of her patterns, and was selling them. And it happens in music, and it happens with videos. So anyway, moving on from my distressing, but it's looking good. I think it's going to look good when it's done. I'm just sorry that the money didn't go to the correct designer. So I have 3 new starts. One of them I started in May. I think I mentioned that, and I'll show you that. And I dyed some fabric, which is in one of the new starts. And I had planned it for another pattern. I'll talk about that. And show you some stuff that I meant to show you last week. Okay, so the new start from May, I was supposed to do a new start on quilting berries, and I did it in May. It's not much of a start because I'm not positive I have it in the right spot. And that's all. That's all I have. And I kept counting to see if I had it in the correct spot. I don't care if it's too far down, but I don't want it too far up. So, holy moly, I can't figure out how this was folded. Okay, because it's got a cut side to it. But I was working on this pattern. I started this one that looks quilted. So there's that new start. And then after I finished the cross-stitch camp piece, I did the new start that I would have done on the first. And that is Wizard Snowmen, Wizard Hufflepuff. And here's a picture of the 4 of them. And Hufflepuff is in, I think on your left, is the lower left part of the picture. And this is my start. I have the other 3 finished. I didn't want to FFO them until I had all 4 done. So I dyed some fabric. Oh, I have another finish. Let me talk about that first, before I show you this other new start. I finished the America Berry by Erica Michaels. Oh, the Wizard and Snowmen, they're from Cross Stitching for Fun, formerly Cross Stitching for Fun, now Sunflower Cross Stitch. Upside down. I'm so happy. And I bought some stuff to FFO it. I'm going to hand sew it. It's not much sewing, so I think I can do that no problem. So that's my finish. Now I dyed some fabric because I wanted to dye some fabric for this. And I thought this was going to be dark enough, but it came out a lot lighter when it dried, and it always does. You know, I know it does. But it would still be dark enough for the pattern. I wanted a really dark blue. And I don't know, maybe I should just buy charcoal black. But that's an awful lot of fabric that I dyed, and I'm using it for more than one project. But I took the threads from the Raven and put it on there, and one of them, which is by itself, a lot of it is like almost exactly the same color. So I either have to change that color or darken the fabric. And I'm leaning toward darkening the fabric. I don't know. It's this this color right here is the same color as the fabric. But the rest of the things show up very well. So it's a beautiful pattern. And I want to start it August 1st, so I need to get on the stick with it. But the reason I went with blue instead of black is because I wanted, this is the new start that's in my WIPGO for this month. And I just started with this one. Now it's not nearly as dark as this, but I like the color and the threads show up, so. And that is, I cut all of them. So this is for the biggest berry, not very big. This is for the medium berry, still not very big. This is for the smallest berry. Now, oops, it's upside down. See this line right here? That's the backstitch line that's going to go all the way around. That's how big it is. This is the middle. So it's tiny. I cut the fabric very big for it. But it's tiny. So it's going to make a little biscornu. But I thought it was fun to have 3. And this is from, and that Raven that I was showing you, the pattern of is from Counting Puddles. It's called Raven's Harvest Moon. I'm always forgetting things like that. It was in this Crossstitch 2025 Christmas issue. Just Crossstitch, sorry. And I've already done the snowman, and I did the fox from that I showed you last week, and now this, and I had several others tagged in here that I plan to work on. I did some more work on my flag. I got a lot more flowers done. I only worked on it one day, but I worked on it quite a bit on that day. And I've been taking my pumpkin, I can't think of the name of it. Sorry. I have trouble remembering things stuff sometimes. I've had my memory checked. I'm fine. It's just sometimes I have trouble recalling names of stuff. I have it here to show you. I'll show you and I'll talk about it then. Here's my temperature chart by JaceBreeze, Temperature Pets. And I'm working on this kitty. It are hot. It's been 106 to 108. But it's kind of, the 106 is about typical for June. Toward the end of the month, it should get a lot hotter. In July, you know, it gets considerably hotter. So, yeah. But that's the hottest temperature that I have. If it goes above 115, I'll find another color to use. This is one of my WIPGO calls for my upside down this time. I keep putting things upside down. I forget the names of patterns. I forget to tell you the designers. Just batting 1,000. This is by TinyMondernist, When Witches Go Riding, and I started this as a sal in the summer of 2023, 21, I don't know, 22, 21, I think. And I had been up to here with one of these gray things, I think this one, not all the way down. And this is what I've added so far. I have one more day on this. I'm going to have to backstitch around that skeleton like I did the ghosts and the moon. Because he doesn't show up. And he's so cute. I'm going to try to get both skeletons done. I won't get the backstitching done today, but... or tomorrow, I don't know. I'm going to work on it one day, but... last week I forgot to show you in this house. I'm thinking I forgot to show you. By CrazzyStitch. And I had taken out this line. And it will fit now, you know, to make it fit. But I'm thinking I should have put in we keep it secret, we keep it safe, and a ring. That's my son's favorite geek thing is Lord of the Rings. I don't know. I was talking to my sisters yesterday and talked about putting it up the side. So here we are. And I'm on the word house. And then I just have We Do Geek at the bottom. So there's plenty of room. It's this height. But I'm thinking I have plenty of room over here. I can do that line here. But it's not in the sentence. This is like one really long sentence. And then I thought, well, maybe I could pick out this line and put it in here, or I don't know, or to leave it, not put it at all and do a completely Lord of the Rings pattern for him and hang them both in the same spot. I might do that. This is the pattern I was talking about. Murder in the Garden by Hands-On Design. There were probable cause. There was probable cause. I've been taking this to that library stitching, and then I work on it when we're doing our Three Sisters creative video. And this is where I am right now. Except for the yellow, I have finished the second bird. So I started working on this. Wait, I have it sideways. The second bird, the second bird. And I started working on this green to get all of the green done. But I've been taking that, I've been stitching it two different times, you know, while we're filming and then at the library, because it's nice big count, easy to see. But they're encouraging us to go to another one that is not as close, not that the library is close, but not as close as the library to us, to a community center where they have another stitching group. It's not cross-stitch, but just all kinds of, you know, knitting, crochet, cross-stitch, whatever you want to bring. And I don't remember what they call it. But she told me where it was and what time it meets and all that. And if we go do that, I think I'll take my flag and work on that, so that I can have one day at least where I'm working for, you know, some time on a flag. So that is everything. This time I think I've remembered everything, I think. I'll probably be putting things away and go, oh no, I meant to talk about this, or I meant to talk about that. Yeah, I can't even remember what I was going to say. I've been very tired because I stay up too late. So let me know what you think about that fabric. Should I darken the fabric? Should I change the thread? What are your thoughts on that? And yeah. Well, that's everything for today. And thanks for listening, and happy stitching.